Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video, it's part 2 of working on one of our Bolens G12s. Now, in the last video, we did get cut short because we had haircuts, but we're ready to make some progress this video. We're going to be replacing the bush in the clutch pedal, which we couldn't do last video because of time and the fact that we didn't have one of these bushes in stock, which we've got one for this tractor and some extra ones for some other tractors. And we've got spark plug we can change and an air filter, so we've got plenty of stuff to do. But first we're going to be doing the bush. Now, to take the actual pedal off, first you have to disconnect it from the pulley up here, and then take out this split pin, and then it should just come off. There we go. With this now disconnected and the split pin taken out, it should just pull off, where you can see first the amount of wear in it. So you can see the bush in there that we're going to replace. Now, to push the bush out, we've decided that we're going to make a tool to go in the press to push it out. So we found this bar, which the outside diameter of this is a bit smaller than the outside diameter of the bush, as you can see. Fits in there, there's lots of play. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of this, we're going to make the outside diameter of this smaller using the lathe, so that a bit of it goes into the inside of the bush, so that it can't move at all. A few minutes on the lathe and we've come up with this, which that goes in there nicely and will work perfectly when we use this press here to push that out, which we're going to have to use these spacers if we want to put it like that, which allows the bush to come out the bottom. The reason we're having to use the spacers is because of these two bolts, making this not a flat surface from here to here. We've got a new plan now, which we cut down this small bit of pipe, which supports the metal around this bit of the pedal better, and means that when the old bush comes out, it'll just drop into here rather than dropping all the way to the floor. Anyway, let's push it out. There we go. We've got the old bush out now. Can't really see the wear on it. And we've got the new one on there ready to be pressed in. It's slightly different setup this time though, because we've got a metal block underneath, because we don't want it going past the end of the pedal. And we've got the pedal facing the other way at the moment. Now we'll press this in using our tool that we made before, and then we won't know if it's the right size bush that the cameraman has ordered until we put it on the tractor. But still, let's press it in. Right, so we're now going to be putting the pedal back on. As you can see, there's pretty much no play in it, so we did get the right bush. And at the same time, I'm going to reattach the bit that goes to the pulley, because it will be just easier while I'm pushing this on. The pedal's all on now. We've bolted up this bit that goes to the pulley and this bit that the split pin, and there's absolutely no play in that at all, which is amazing. And now, now that we've sorted that out, there isn't play, so this bit won't scrape on the chassis tube anymore as it appears to have done previously. Anyway, now that we've done that, it will allow us to put our new foot peg on this side, like so. Replacement foot peg is on now, and the clutch pedal goes down fine with it in that position. Now we're going to get organised a bit, which includes putting our bit of pipe that we cut down and our little tool that we made in the lathe with the spare bushes for whenever we do this job on another one of our tube frame geared tractors. Right, the next job, we're going to change the spark plug, which we've already gapped the new plug, which is in here, so it should just be a simple changeover. Next job is to switch over the air filter. We haven't even checked the old one, we just think it'll be better to switch it over with new one. Although it appears that a previous owner has put a new a different fuel pump on there, with an interesting modification to the fuel system with that 90-degree bend, which we will probably take back to original at some point, but that isn't today's job. Just get this off, we'll have a look at the condition of this original air filter. And we will clean up this cover before we put it back on as well. That's the old filter. Compared to the new filter. Some time later, and we've cleaned up the air filter cover and this part, which we went over them first to get the worst stuff with WD-40. Then we went over them with carburetor cleaner to get rid of some of the tougher bits to clean off. But now that they are clean, we can get the new filter. I'm going to pop that on here. And we will get the cover, which I think these have to be put on at the same time to make it easier. Next job is to change over the battery because this one's dead. This one is an 038 type, which is quite common with the garden tractors that we've had and other garden tractors, I believe. I'm going to see if we can fit in this, which is a used but known to be working 24 amp hour battery, which is shorter but wider than the Type 38, so we'll see if we can drop that in, and we would need to change the terminals, but we won't video taking this battery out because it's pretty straightforward. We've got the battery in now, which we took the old connector off the positive lead and just put the new connector on to go onto this battery. However, with the negative lead, as you can see, we took the old one off, which this wasn't in the best condition, but the negative went to this side on this battery, or on the old battery, and on this battery it goes to this side. So we decided it'd be easier to make up a whole new lead, and we've reused the hole down. And even though this is a different size battery, you can see by the fact that this is this side of that lip on the battery cage shelf part, that it fits perfectly in there. We've also checked the back axle oil level, and that's all good, so we're going to take it off the tractor stand now and see if it will run. We've pulled the tractor outside now to see if it will start. Reason being is the fact that this was stored under a tractor that had a leaky axle, so there's quite a lot of oil, dried oil, that we need to burn off the exhaust pipe. Let's see if it will start. Started. Happy with how the G12 ran. The engine's actually quite quiet, whereas the gearbox is quite noisy, even though the oil level is at the top of where it should be. But these gearboxes have straight cut gears, so they always will be a bit noisy. We've also noticed the start generator, one of the bearings in there is quite noisy, so it might be something to look at in the future. Now you may remember from a previous video, we rebuilt the hydraulic cylinder on this tractor. Now a friend of ours, Stu, you might know him from the forums, gun tractor forums, as 29 Chev, and he was asking us about the treble on the hydraulic ram. Now we think with this fully in, if I put that up to an inch marker, that's 3/16 of an inch out of the cylinder, and as you can see on here, it actually goes past the normal notch that if you had a manual lift lever you'd be able to go to, which we found interesting. Now we'll cut the video here so we can put this to the fully out or down position, as it would be if you had an implement on it. We've moved the cylinder so that it's fully out now, and again it goes past the normal notch if you had a manual lift lever. Anyway, this is approximately 5¼ inches of the piston that is out from the cylinder, which would make the travel of the cylinder 5¼ inches minus the 3/16 of before, which I believe to be 5 1/16 inches. Now we've actually remeasured the travel on the cylinder, and instead of being 5¼ inches, we think it's closer to 5 1/8 inches, which would make the total travel 4 15/16 inches. So I hope that's helpful. But that's it for this video. Oh, I forgot to mention, we did cycle the cylinder a few times to purge the air out of it. But as I was going to say, that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. It's nice to get the G12 working again. And it's nice to have another working tractor with a hydraulic lift kit on. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Please subscribe to my channel, like this video and see our other videos. More to follow as we do more on this tractor. Bye!